Hi, this video is going to be about doing profile views of the head. So in the first video, I'm going to start by doing an underdrawing, something like that, or this. And then in the second video, I'll be adding a planar analysis take to that, so something like this. All right, so to start this out, we are going to start with this circle here. And actually, I'm going to move this a little bit to the side. So I want to leave plenty of space on this side of the page because that's where the face is going to go. So once I have my circle, then I'm going to go ahead and add this sort of modified triangle. So something like that. Okay, now I'm going to revise a little bit. So clean it up, but also we're going to check the overall proportions by putting this into a square. So our square is going to leave a little bit of room out here for these features in the front. So if you zoom in here, you'll see this is where my square is. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add a neck. So just angling back like so, and the back of the neck like so. And I'm going to move this front just a little bit. So continuing to revise as we go. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add a halfway mark. So I'm doing this up here, but a really important thing to know is that the highest point of the head isn't at the front, it's actually out here. So you need to make sure that when you're measuring this with your fingers, you don't measure it up to there, you measure it up to here. So I think I did pretty well with that. So I'm going to go ahead and extend that. So that's 1/2, and that is the eye line. So half of head. Okay, then we're going to continue and add in some more of these proportions like we've done in the other views of the face. So I'm going to do a line at about 1/4. And as I've said in the past, this is going to be the nose line. It could be exactly 1/4. Sometimes I find that it's a little bit up from 1/4. So you could try putting it up just a little bit from 1/4. So we'll put this out here, nose line, and approx. So maybe just up from 1/4. Then I'm going to go ahead and do a line that's about at the 1/8. So just breaking up wherever you put the nose line, whether that was just above 1/4 or at 1/4. Now I'm going to break this in half again. So approximately 1/8, and that's going to be where the mouth will eventually go. Now to start out the face, we are going to have these features pop forward from this initial line. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this kind of angle here from the eye line up to the brow. So you can see that on our different models that we have here. So I will determine where the brow is. So again, I can put that brow a little bit above the eye line. Probably started that out a little bit far. So I just brought that down as I went. So I'm going to start at this line that I drew, going kind of curving out and down from that round circle. And I'm going to start at the eye line and I'm going to go out at a little bit of an angle. And then I'm going to go up and connect that back up. So all of a sudden our brow is sticking out a little bit further. So we're going to adjust this later, but we just made this front of the head stick out a little bit more. And then I'm going to do that again. I'm going to create an angle for the nose, so something like this. And then I'm going to turn that angle into our long, skinny bridge of the nose. And then at the bottom of that, I'm then going to create this larger ball of the nose. And then finally out here, the nostril. So you'll see that this kind of creates this shape in here. So we're already creating some space from that front part of the head to a little bit farther back. All right, so this bottom part here, this is going to be our nose. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to draw an angle in here between the nose and the bottom of the chin. So we're going to follow an angle kind of like this as we're doing the mouth and the chin. So it's going to go out and in and back out and back in and out and in. But through all of that, we don't want to lose that basic angle. So you'll see that over here in this illustration, and you'll see it in all of our different models, that same basic angle. So I'm going to start, I'm going to get rid of that bottom part a little bit. So we just simplified that a little bit. So I'm going to start about a little farther than halfway back the nose to start the mouth. All right, so about there. All right, and we're going to have our mouth sitting on top of this line like we've done in the past. So that was our mouth line. And then we're going to have, if this is our lower lip, then here's our upper lip. So we're going to have that go out and then come back in. And then it'll come out and come back in. And then we'll have a little bit of space and we're going to add the chin just like we've done in the past. And it'll come in and out again for that chin. So we've got the basic shape of the profile of the face right there happening already. We do need to go ahead and add in the eye. So from the side, the eye is going to appear as almost a triangle. And if you were to see the eyelid, that eyelid would kind of wrap around like so. So in the front view, our eye is roughly shaped like that. When we're looking at the profile, we're basically cutting that in half. And now we're just seeing this part. So that's basically the shape we have here. As we go down the face here and go down the head, getting to the lips, if our lips from the front view are something like this, all right, again, from the side view, we're cutting that in half. So again, a kind of triangle shape. So you can basically create roughly a triangle in there. And we have that in, out, and in there. And then it comes back a little bit further. There's that divot underneath the chin, and then we've got the chin again. A few other measurements that we've talked about before. If we go from our brow line that we have up here to the nose line, and then we take that up, that's going to be roughly our hairline. That should work out. And that's 1/3 of the face. So the face being from the hairline down to the bottom of the chin. 1/3. And then, so here we've got, this is where we got that measurement to begin with. So this is 2/3 of face. And that again goes from the brow down to the bottom of the nose. And then finally, it should be about that same measurement to the bottom of the chin. So mine might need to get just slightly longer. So 3/3 of face. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to find the ear, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to take this measurement from the eye line down to the bottom of the chin, and I'm going to try my best to swing that over here. That should be about the front of the ear, and the ear falls, just like in the front view, between around the eye or maybe up as high as the brow down to the nose. And I'm just going to make a shape like so, or actually I might lean that back a little bit. So just kind of a placeholder for the ear like so. Then we're going to do the jaw, and the jaw is going to come out at a little bit of an angle to about where that center of the mouth is or just below, and then start to curve or angle right there and meet up with the bottom of the chin. So you might find it flattening out a little bit here. All right, so then we've got that basic shape. And notice as we've been working on this, the face, the nose did come out here to meet that square. So at this point, if the head is too skinny, it won't fit into this square. So your head should generally kind of fit into this square instead of being smushed or skinny like so. So if you need to add more skull or that kind of thing, you might be adding that back here. As far as this part of the face, a lot of times this might angle back a little bit here. So this isn't necessarily one smooth line. It might do something like that. All right, and then if we want to go ahead and put a little bit of the shoulder in, you might have that angle forward like this. That might do something like this, and you might see a little bit of the top of the shoulder here. Something like that. Okay, all right, so that gives us our underdrawing for our profile.